Oh man, we are deep in it now. There's a clip going super viral. You probably already know just how I said that, what the hell it is. But let's strategically think about this. Now let's smash that like button. Let's get this video right here to like 15,000 likes. You already know this is going to be an amazing video, but let's start this video off with a thinking exercise. Now on this channel, I don't want you to always, you don't have to agree with what I'm saying. We can always disagree and still be cool at the damn same time. See, that's why I like this audience. I like how mature we are about approaching these topics. We can disagree, but it's not gonna make me call you a slanderous name and drag your name through the dirt and through the mud. We can still kick it, you know what I'm saying? We might just disagree, but let me know how y'all feel about this clip right here. This is gonna get good, y'all. Okay, I know what you're saying. Without context, that shit looks bad. I can't I can't even lie. I can't lie. Especially with the climate and what's happening today and what people are getting their eyes on, discovering that these celebrities do. Mike, that shit don't look good, but surely we can explain this.
I don't know if y'all seen this, but the mother told the kid to look behind him and be careful. I don't know if you caught it. I don't know if you've seen it, but you gotta look in the corner. The finger point told her, be aware of what's behind him. And what she mean by be aware of what's behind him, she's talking and pointing directly at Michael Jordan. As if he didn't notice and didn't see. This is the reason why he scratched his head and looked at clueless. If he think not for 1 second people haven't seen that video, he's sadly mistaken. This is the reason why in the video you see the kid looking back, because his mother, or whoever that was, pointed back and told him to look what's in back of him. And he turned back and looked and scratched his head. People don't pay attention to key detail. Once again, if he think nobody's seen that video of what he did, we have. And so has she, because that's the reason why she did it.
So if you look at this, I feel like, I mean, some people want a really viral moment because this clip is going viral. All right, so, you know, Michael Jordan is in NASCAR now. Like, he has a team. He has a facility. He has everything. They won, right? They were celebrating. You know how they dump water and ice onto you after a celebration? Well, the little boy is a family member of the driver, right? I think it's his son. The ice got into the shirt. If you never see, I get it. A lot of people never won a competition and got ice dumped on you, and you don't know what that's like. I get it. I mean, we were in an age where everybody is spoiled, where they give awards even to the person that came in last place now. I get it. You feel me? But you never got the ice dumped on you because you went in the first place. But that happens. He had ice in his shirt, and he was, as you can see, when he was grabbing his pants, he was popping it so that the ice can come out, and he was wiping his leg so that the ice can fall off of his legs from sticking. The little boy was complaining about being cold. And his shirt was wet. They were all wet. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Today's climate, you can't do shit. Everybody's under a microscope. And I get the skepticism. I get it, how people are feeling. But no need to throw your J's in the trash. You can read this shit for yourself. Look. Come on. Jordan was attempting to shake the ice out of the child's clothing. Nothing engaging in an inappropriate behavior according to the reports and the witnesses' interpretation. But look, check this out though. The guy that was doing the reaction to the video is clearly reaching. If the parent had any weird feeling about Michael Jordan doing something to their child, she wouldn't have whispered to the child. Think about this. You're not going to whisper to the child and say, be aware or watch what's behind you. No, I'm gonna step in. He gonna catch an uppercut, a body slam, all of that. I don't care if it's Michael Jordan, anybody. You're gonna at least grab your child and move them out of that situation, right? So the common sense ain't common right now, but hey man, we're gonna go further into this video, man. Y'all smash that like button, man. We're not here to condemn anybody that's not doing the things that we know that they're doing right now, as far as like Pizzagate, eating babies, trying to get Nephilim bodies, and poisoning populations of people. I get it. We're all on the edge right now. I have empathy for everybody, but we're in this shit together. We need to sit together. Let's get into this video.
Here's a list of famous people in the files, what they allegedly did, and the citation numbers I'll put right here so you can see them for yourself. Sammy Sosa allegedly attended a party with Donald Trump and Epstein where several women were being auctioned off. Jay-Z was allegedly present when a victim was abducted and assaulted by Harvey Weinstein in Epstein's Florida mansion. Pusha T was allegedly hired as a handler who would administer substances to his victims so Epstein and his associates could assault them. Elon Musk asked Epstein to go to the island multiple times and also asked what night the wildest party will be. And Bill Gates allegedly gave his wife an STD and asked Epstein for antibiotics and to delete the emails regarding the STD. I will make a separate video for all of the people who are in Trump's current cabinet and all of the politicians involved in this as well. So follow me for that video.
Hey, this nigga Vlad just came out and said the whole Tory Meg situation was fake. He got LAPD on his payroll, and then he posted this. I don't know what's happening to this industry, but it's crumbling. We've been telling y'all since 2020 this shit was gonna happen. The industry is literally turning on itself, because Vlad is the industry, or at least part of it. Y'all can read this. I ain't finna repeat none of this shit, but I'm finna get this on the screen in 3, 2, 1, you know what I'm saying? But nah, bro, all that fake shit getting thrown away. The whole industry is crumbling because they was gonna have a time when it was time to expire. AI is here. I can go make an actor right now on my phone and not have to pay nobody for nothing. So the only thing blowing up is original and authentic content. The pillars of entertainment have switched. So I'm finna sit back, eat good, and watch everything around me crumble while we all come together and focus on building some cool shit to replace it. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? Vlad said that he was trolling too. Do y'all think that he was scared into saying that, or is that really true? Let me know in the comments down below.
Right now, most of us feel discomfort when we think about this scenario. And most of us feel discomfort when we think about pedophiles. But just like pedophiles, we are not responsible for our feelings. We do not choose them. But we are responsible for our actions. And we must make a decision. It is in our responsibility to reflect and to overcome our negative feelings about pedophiles and to treat them with the same respect we treat other people with. We should accept that pedophiles are people who have not chosen their sexuality and who, unlike most of us, will never be able to live it out freely if they want to lead an upright life. We should accept that
You talking about upright, a life? You talking about upright in the kid? Motherfucker, like.
pedophilia is a sexual preference, a thought, a feeling, and not an act. We should differentiate between child sexual abuse and pedophilia. We shouldn't increase the suffering of pedophiles by excluding them, by blaming and mocking them. By doing that, we increase their isolation. And
This can't be real.
increase the chance of child sexual abuse.
Super Bowl ads were really weird. The Ritz Cracker ad was about a party on an island, and these two dudes were salty that they weren't invited until Scarlett Johansson invited them. Then they weren't mad anymore and joined the party. It seems like they're saying that we're just salty we weren't invited to the parties too. In the Nerds commercial, they got a dude who looked just like Jeffrey Epstein eating candy with children running around in his background. In the Pringles commercial, Sabrina Carpenter had a boyfriend who was made out of Pringles. Suddenly he dies and then everyone just starts eating him. This shocks Sabrina Carpenter until she gets a bite for herself. Then she made a face like, oh, it's really not that bad. They trying to tell us don't knock it until you try it, bro. Eat people, gang. In the Alexa commercial, Chris Hemsworth was telling his wife how he was scared about the AI, and she was just telling him that he was crazy. And then the AI suggested to give him a back massage, and then everything was good. Like, that was it. It's like they're telling us we're doing too much about the AI. Now comment down below, am I thinking too deep into this, or are they doing this on purpose, gang?
For the female that be wearing these panties right here, y'all be looking so damn good. You feel so fat and juicy.
Lock him up. Lock him up. He ain't did shit yet, but lock him up just in case. Or get him registered something. We need to know where that motherfucker is at all times.
I'm concerned already, y'all. This can't be Earth anymore. Like, bro, we have to be in a different dimension. Like, fuck are we on this planet with? First,
You open up Bill Clinton and inside is Jeffrey Epstein. Why? Because it was through compromising Bill Clinton that Jeffrey Epstein was able to later compromise the entire United States government. The abuse that occurred because of that is beyond anything you could possibly imagine. It is a nightmare, and it's literally a battle of good versus evil. That's why I have to make my voice heard, not for me, not for jewelry, but for the children. What did Deepak Chopra say in the email to Epstein? Well, he said God is a construct and cute girls are real. Basically saying, who gives a shit about God when you could just abuse a child? These are the crimes of the highest order, and I'm doing my part, and I urge you to do yours. You're either with the abusers or you're against them. You're with good or you're with evil. Pick a side.
man, didn't I tell you that yesterday? And look, and you see how things align? See how things align? Like, I've done business with that man right there. I only do business with people that I can see and I can sense your energy. I got this Rolex from him. Great businessman. And you see, align yourself with people that are stepping in the right direction. And I'm pretty sure he's Jewish. I have no problem with that at all. I have a problem with people that do things that they're fucking not supposed to. That's the issue. Some of y'all want to make it about other things, skin color, a bunch of other things. No, it's not about that. It's about right and wrong. What side are you on?
This guy was even able to get to what we call spiritual leaders. You remember this guy, the Dalai Lama? Oh, he met Epstein. It's in the files. Okay, well, some news that came out about the Dalai Lama that a lot of people might have forgotten about.
The Dalai Lama has apologized after a video showing him kissing a boy and then sticking his tongue out and asking the child to, quote, suck my tongue.
There you go. This old ass man telling this little boy to suck his nasty ass tongue. Are you kidding me? How is this guy still walking the streets? What else has this guy done behind the scenes?
Watch this video.
Apologizing for a wicked mistake. A web link on the packaging for 2 dolls promoting the new movie Wicked was actually a link to a porn site.
I did not know that.
It was apparently a typo that left out some letters from the movie's website. Mattel said, "We deeply regret this unfortunate error. Parents are advised that this misprinted..."
You know, it's been...
You have a release date.
You know what? They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic, they do the memory erasure, you know?
If you could remember, struggle, tell me. Give me a date. Give me a date.
You know what? I'll have to go back.
What is that you have on? Dad's makeup. Well, I'm not going to school like that, young lady. It's me.
Who the fuck makes movies like that? Who y'all think wrote that?
Babies. Ooh, I love babies. Oh yeah, they love sucking on these. It's crazy. I mean, I do too though, because I have an iron deficiency, so it just shit tastes good. Like, do you guys like the taste of blood? Do you? Does anyone here like the taste of blood? Because I like it. I like the taste of blood.
Wasn't you supposed to be the world's #1 virtue signaler at an award show just a couple weeks ago? And you're telling everyone you like the taste of what? I think you need to be careful with statements like that, considering everything that's coming out now. Even the NPCs and the people who weren't switched on are starting to rub a bit of that sleep out of their eyes. Yeah.
Angelina Jolie is packed up and excited to move to Europe because this is no longer the country that she recognizes. Well, isn't that a shame? Well, a few things before you go. There's just a few things that I was curious if you'd explain. First of all, it was weird that you and Billy Bob Thornton were wearing vials of each other's blood while you were married. And it's cute how you joked about being vampires. But turns out you also had a marital contract signed in blood?
The thing is, we're never gonna separate, so it was our way of saying to each other, we just, we're together forever, we're so in love, we're best friends, and it's, you know, but we kind of signed our life away to each other, and legally, and with blood, that there's no possible way anybody can separate or walk away from this.
It's really interesting, especially considering you also had a friendship with Marina Abramovic, who a lot of us know for other reasons. But of course there's nothing weird going on there, right? You know, what I find personally interesting, you went to Ukraine twice, which I still can't figure out why you would go, and the places you went is also pretty interesting. You talked about what was going on with these kids during these conflicts. Told all of us that we're not doing enough to protect the kids. And you even went to a children's hospital in Egypt to visit children from Gaza? But then come to find out that you personally invited Jeffrey Epstein to 2 movie premieres and a lunch? 6 years after he was convicted? I don't know. None of this is making sense to me. But you know who it does remind me of? Your cousin, Hillary Clinton, because nothing makes sense with her either. Yeah, so before you move away, could you make it make sense? Thank you. And stay safe.
Okay, so do you know how Lady Gaga does like satanic rituals on the world stage? Well, did you know that she also does it to children on TV children's programs? Check this out.
Summon Lamash too. Now drink of the blood of Lamash too. Guys, just drink the blood, Jenny. It's free. Relax. Drink. Now you are rebaptized by the Mother of Beasts, the Mistress of Insanity. The magician Pazuzu cannot save you now. Heed the roar of the demon dog. How do they even check if it's someone's birthday?
We send someone to the hospital we were born at, and with over 100 locations on.
But just for entertainment, though, of course, isn't it? You know, that's how they get away with it on the TV shows and the children's shows. It's just all for entertainment, like this real photo of Lady Gaga and certain people.
Like, what do y'all feel about this? Like, when you see an image like this, let me know in the comments down below what goes through your mind. Like, bro, I've never been to a party where this was like a theme. I want to see where would be appropriate. This is not even a Halloween party or anything. That still would be diabolical. I don't play around with like eating bodies and shit, but I'm not saying I get it, because I just don't.
I'm as fictional as a dinosaur, baby.
I'm not a man, and I'm not a man that's about to get a spoon and eat some shit off of a man's body.
I'm sorry, but how does anybody think that this is normal? Selena Gomez posted this March 18th of 2024. What is this? Oh, an appreciation post. Okay. Just like this appreciation post. Selena Gomez having my cake and eating it with my fave, Pedro Collins. Do you guys see all those human pieces laying in the background and it looks like she's covered in blood? Huh? This is creepy, you guys. You guys know I recently made a video about this and how this was posted in, I wanted to say around the same time. I don't remember when this was posted.
Pretty much after they swapped her. She's pretty much telling you she's not herself anymore.
But again, she was, again, with human pieces, like putting, and then everybody's got, you know, their excuses. Oh, she did this because of this, or she did this because of that. Like, read between the lines, people. A lot of people thought that that face on her back looks like Justin Bieber. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it looks like J-Beebs? I'm telling you, I really do think that her and Justin had a kid together that was sacrificed and given up in ritualistic purposes for the Hollywood industry, for the music industry, because they're under contract. Remember, she was like 12 when she signed a contract with the music industry that was about this big. I've shown the video on it where she said she's signing her life away. She's signing her soul away to the industry. And that is why these people stay in these contracts and just keep coming out with new things, keep performing, keep releasing. They will never die off. Their soul is in this contract and they are just gonna keep going. Like Bruno Mars. Like Bruno Mars is stuck in Vegas because of his debt, which by the way is supposedly a rumor, but I don't think it's a rumor. I don't think it's like a made up lie. I do genuinely believe that he has a lot of debts to pay to the industry, and that's why he has his residency in Vegas. And that's why I think that all of these celebrities, they just won't stop. They just keep going. They have to pay off their debts. They will be performing till the day that they die. And even when they die, they'll bring him back to life, like Demi Lovato. That girl has tried to die so many times and they keep reviving her and they keep bringing her back. And now she's like, okay, I'll just do whatever they want. I'll marry who they want. I'll act how they want. I'll do exactly what they want, because no matter how many times I try to exit out of here, they keep bringing me back. Why? Because my soul is under contract. I ain't got nowhere to go. I just got to deal with it. That's what's happening with all these kids.
Responding to ASAP Rocky's latest interview with Joe Budden, talking about Rick Owens and how dark and
been waiting to talk about this
devil imagery and whatnot. And I was like, hold up, bro, isn't this you? And I show a picture of him inside of a pentagram with him and his boys doing a ritual.
I mean, you got to think of it like this. I don't know if y'all seen the What's Up video by ASAP. He literally did a ritual where inside of a pentagram, he had the book.
Why did the man
in his hand?
Why did he stop dropping an album?
Why did he stop dropping albums?
He said every time he dropped the album, somebody in his family died. The last album he dropped, his sister died. Before that was his mama.
And then before that, then yeah.
They said that's why he stopped dropping an album. Why is that happening?
And then his boy in the video, in the Peso video, had an Aleister Crowley shirt on.
Yes.
And Aleister Crowley is the most sickest.
Aleister Crowley is one of the biggest Satanists of all time.
I don't get why he acts like he wasn't doing that. Like you weren't on that. You were saying, yeah, I don't think she ain't did no dark shit around me. Nigga, you did the dark shit.
You literally did it.
That's crazy, because if you think about all these humiliation rituals, and if you think about that, or they have to do something else to where they have to sacrifice, it's one of the two. Aleister Crowley, his apprentice was L. Ron Hubbard. They used to do rituals in Pasadena.
These dudes used to ejaculate on the papers before they would write their notes on it. That's fact. That's why we all see me handling people a certain way, because I've been knowing about a lot of things for a minute.
No, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So like when I be seeing certain people, I'm like, yeah, bitch ass nigga, I know what you did.
Well, that's what Diddy was doing. He was doing sex match.
I gotta respect that because it's hard to do that when everybody else that wants to be around are a bunch of yes men and yes women. You're just around to get along. You're around and you might be in a predicament where you might not have money, and that's a root to a lot of the evil. A lot of people that's down on their luck, they take advantage of those people, and those people be around just so they think they're gonna get an opportunity to become wealthy. Real talk.
It wasn't just the sexual deviancy.
No,
it was sexual magic.
That's
because sexual magic, like, it's energy, right? So it's the same thing. So when you release, that's energy, and you can manifest. It's called sex magic.
And that's why the children have to get violated, because you have to remove that innocence from them in exchange for whatever these beings is. For them do your bidding.
Yeah, child sacrifices have been all through history.
Stop using this evil magic, because when they come calling for you to drop them draws, it's gonna get bad. It's not worth it. Every dude I seen sacrifice his manhood ended up crashing out. Look at Lil Nas. Lil Nas, last time we seen him, he was running down Skid Row naked.
Right.
Dude from Empire too. He completely crashed out.
Same thing with Bashir Gray.
Yeah.
Getting violated. Yeah, all this stuff is very real. It gets crazy. It is a pentagram, right?
Brother, not say, oh, I don't know anything about her doing no dark magic. And bro, explain that.
Yeah, you gotta explain it.
Explain that.
You standing there with a book of spells.
Bro.
Over the pentagram.
Your boy got an Aleister Crowley shirt on. That's the thing about these celebrities. They think it's still back in time. Like, they still think it's a few years ago. Like, there's a new climate now. Like,
yeah, we
the
remember
people don't
everything.
we want the real now.
For sure.
Tell you one thing, do another.
Folks went to church, we wouldn't be in this mess we're in now.
That's right. And make daddy love you. Sexy baby. Sexy baby.
Sexy baby! You were such a sexy baby! Repeat that again!
Sexy baby.
Tonight isn't just about the people in front of the camera. In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world.
Well, Tom Hanks, folks, they can try to kill me. You know, good luck with that.
People from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. He's coming for you.
I'm sorry if this is the kind of bursting your bubble. All this information is new.
It was a big year. It was a big year for paedophile movies.
Hanks, Weinstein.
Shut up. I don't care. I don't care.
There's this girl, Sarah Ruth Ashcraft. Her dad sold her to Tom Hanks. I know who you are. I know you. I've met you.
Yo, they really think we're stupid. They really think that we're stupid. These chomos and these chomo protectors really think we're stupid. This is not the same person. What do you think?
Absolutely not.
This is Ghislaine Maxwell. This is the most recent photo of her released on Monday, February.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit look like Jackie Chan, bro.
9th, 2026. When you do a side-by-side comparison, the noses don't match, and either do the eyes. Looks like they've got the body double fitted with a cheap Amazon wig. When have we seen this before? Not only that, but the Friday before this picture was taken, New York Post conveniently got footage of Ghislaine Maxwell walking the yard in prison, and what do you know? They are now handing out umbrellas in jail. You know, to make sure her skin doesn't get damaged, or maybe so we don't see her face. The question now is, did she ever actually go to prison? She may have taken these photos in 2020, but the video from that same day seems to be somebody entirely different. So, what do you think? Did Ghislaine's appearance completely change in the last 6 years since she's been in prison? Or did they swap her out with a bad body double? As always, I want to hear.
I just saw something crazy and I can't unsee it, and you need to see it too. Here's Ghislaine Maxwell. That's what she looked like. Here she is, a few years later, maybe more recently, aged a little bit, but you can see what she looks like. Here she is in prison after her arrest. This is essentially her mugshot. Her hair's longer. You know, she's changed her appearance. She was in hiding for a while. This is what she looks like the most recently since we've seen her. Up until her hearing with the House Oversight Committee just a week ago. Who the hell is this? This is the person, supposedly Ghislaine Maxwell, that testified before Congress. Look, this is supposed to be this? Are you kidding me? Who is this person?
Why is Reba McEntire sending Jeffrey Epstein videos of tortured children? She needs to be jailed immediately. Then you have the flight logs showing she spent a lot of time on Epstein Island. To the people who think this is a conspiracy theory, look carefully at this picture that was released in the Epstein files days ago. Yes, that is a human child on a cutting board between two chickens. These people are monsters. And no matter what you think of Nicki Minaj, look carefully at her post from yesterday.
It's always been occult and satanic and about devil worship and about the Antichrist. It's just undeniable. It's like a part of history.
Who runs the world? Who runs the world? Thank you so much, ladies, for your life. Your message, your love, your business, and your message, your love, your sisterhood. I love y'all so much.
I just had a show 2 nights.
I don't think she was touching her butt on that. I think she was helping her tie something back there. But she did point down, and I don't think she was pointing at the crowd because that would have been a different angle.
Ago for the first time since 2008.
Come on.
And I literally felt like my soul caught on fire. Like I cannot wait
Oh, it did. Oh, it did. Your soul definitely on fire.
to go back out on stage again. It was like a resurrection or something.
Of course.
You guys, I just found the biggest Epstein rabbit hole thus far, so sit back, get your snacks, we're going in. Now, if you go through the files, you'll see teeth or teeth cleaning come up a lot in the files, which could be code word for something else. And let's not forget, teeth is actually mentioned over 1,800 times in the files, and yes, that's a real picture of a dentist chair on the island. Now, on one hand, Ivy could be a person who works at the dental office, like it says here. Tell Ivy that it will take extra time as the girl's teeth are disgusting. But that's where it just begins, because this Ivy shows up where it says, Ivy gives you a kiss. Who is this? Which leads me to this Ivy Nash. Now, she has multiple accounts on X, but this particular account is very interesting because of who she follows. Now, she only follows 5 people, but the last 3 is Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Susan Hamlin. And you could tell it's Epstein only because the JEE gives it away, because it's the same way he uses it in his email, JEE Vacation. Now we'll get to Susan Hamlin in a minute, but on Ivy Nash's other X account, she has this as her banner where it says, Mossad agent. She's even playing in everybody's face saying this, oh, it was a compliment to call me a Mossad agent. Now she's responding to Elon's tweet saying, if she's a 10, you're an asset. And the Times article says, female spies are raging sex warfare to steal Silicon Valley secrets. Now at this point, we all have to assume if you're not a victim in the Epstein files, you're an asset to the network. Now she's dropping clues all over the place, like this one where she says, I'm approximately 47 pizza boxes tall. What? Oh, you mean like the code word pizza that we all know? And who's the 47th president of the United States? Trump. Now here's another clue that's left in her bio where it says chirp at presents to Internet Valley Elf, which looks like nothing at first, but if you take the first letter of every word and put it all together, CAPTIVE spells captive. What is going on? Now here's where it really gets interesting, because all accounts, Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Ivy Nash, they're all following each other, but they're also all following Susan Hamlin. Who is that? Oh, you mean this Susan Hamlin, who's Epstein's assistant and could allegedly be a handler for Epstein. I mean, why would she instruct Epstein himself in this email to knock somebody off? And you could tell that it's her because the redaction was so bad by the FBI, you can literally see her name where it says from and to Jeffrey Epstein. So the question is she some type of captive asset to the network and or Jeffrey Epstein's daughter, because she does favor Anya Wick, who's allegedly Epstein's niece, who's also whistleblowing on everything, so there's that. Now there's a whole lot more I'm breaking down on my YouTube, The Maverick Approach, but let me know what you guys think about all this down below.
Man, y'all go follow bro, man. If y'all want to see a continuation on that, he killing this shit right now. Mad respect.
Jeffrey Epstein hang himself, or did somebody kill him?
Senator, I believe he hung himself in a cell in the Metropolitan Detention Center.
Are you?
I believe. Look, pay attention to how he answers the questions. It's not about the answer; it's about how the answer is being answered.
Going to release all the information about that?
Senator, we are working through that right now with the Department of Justice.
When you think you'll have it done, Cash?
I think in the near future, sir.
Like before I die? Jeffrey.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Now, would the survivors and victims who are here please stand up one more time? Just by show of hands, how many of you or your loved ones actually have met with the Department of Justice and provided testimony and estimate and evidence? None. And of those of you who have not met, which is everyone, how many of you have reached out either individually or through a lawyer or representative to offer to provide testimony and evidence? All of them. And of those of you, all of you who have reached out, how many of you were denied or ignored by the Department of Justice? All of them. And despite the shameful and despicable efforts by Miss Bondi and her department to intimidate you, how many of you are still willing to speak to the Department of Justice? All of them.
But we know what they're not doing.
Pam Bondi just played the greatest trap in political history, and Congress walked right into it. Yesterday, Attorney General Pam Bondi sat before the House Judiciary Committee. Standard oversight hearing. Routine questions. Then she pulled out a document labeled Jayapal Pramila Search History. The room went silent. Here's what happened. The DOJ gave Congress access to the unredacted Epstein files this week. Every member got their own login, their own computer, their own session. What Congress didn't know? The DOJ was tracking every single search, every name they looked up, every document they opened, every file they downloaded. All of IT logged, and Bondi brought the receipts to the hearing. The panic was instant. Representative Giappo called it spying on members of Congress. Representative Raskin accused Bondi of blatant abuse of power. Representative Moskowitz said it was suspicious and inappropriate. They're furious. But here's the question nobody in the media is asking. Why are they so scared of their search history? If you're searching for evidence of crimes against children, you'd be proud of that search history. Unless you're not searching for evidence. Unless you're searching for your own name. The genius of the trap. Think about it. Bondi didn't just release the files. She released them on monitored computers. Every Congress member who rushed to search the files just told the DOJ exactly who they're trying to protect, or what names they're worried about, WHICH connections they're trying to verify. The one searching for flights to the island equals investigators. The one searching for specific names equals protectors. Bondi now knows who's investigating and who's covering up. And she showed them she knows, in front of cameras, with a smile. The DHS shutdown, perfect timing. While Congress panics about their search history, DHS is shutting down Saturday. Democrats blocked the funding bill. House members already left Washington. The same week Congress gets caught searching Epstein files, they refuse to fund the department that investigates trafficking. They're not defunding DHS to save money. They're defunding it to stop investigations. Connect the dots. Monday, Congress gets Epstein file access. Tuesday, members frantically search for names. Wednesday, Bondi reveals she tracked everything. Thursday, Democrats block DHS funding. Friday, government shutdown begins. 5 days, one pattern, panic. They walked into the hearing thinking they were in control. They walked out knowing Bondi has everything. Every search, every name, every cover-up attempt. Logged, documented, weaponized. The hunter became the hunted, and they did it to themselves.
Y'all see the type of warfare that's going down there in that courtroom? You see how they try to run down on her? And I don't know I don't know all the ins and outs. I'm just an observer right now. So that's just mind-blowing how they tried to attack her, saying that, you know, they wasn't investigating properly and this and that. But what they're really mad about is that she investigated them. That's the real story. Oh wow, that's deep. That's way too deep.
Well, more and more people are finally learning that America and most of the free world are being run by satanic pedophiles that eat children. But now it's time to realize how deep this rabbit hole goes. Here is an email where Jeffrey Epstein refers to human infant meat as tasting like cream cheese. An email where they discuss a woman performing an abortion in front of Jeffrey Epstein and Woody Allen. By the way, Woody Allen married his daughter, and they went to the same high school, him and Jeffrey Epstein. Just discussing how to rig trials, kill judges, evade foreign intelligence agencies, and hide from justice. Where are you? Are you okay? I love the torture video. This is from Benjamin Netanyahu, who was in China at the time it was sent, and then met with Barack Obama at the date he says in this email. Jeffrey Epstein also introduced Melania to Donald Trump. Here's Jeffrey Epstein and fucking Bill Gates discussing a pandemic simulation. Also, it just came out that Epstein represents the Rothschilds. He says it like 2 or 3 times in these emails. Oh, here's another one of those emails where he admits to working for the Rothschilds. Oh yeah, Pizzagate got confirmed in this, by the way. Also, Erica Kirk's ex-boyfriend Cabot, why did he have a pizza tattoo on his lip? That's a little weird. In what is one of the most evil sentences I have ever heard, Donald Trump is also accused of measuring children's genitalia with his fingers! Jeffrey Epstein and the ex-prime minister of Israel both mentioning that they definitely don't work for Mossad. Here's Jeffrey Epstein telling Bill Gates to drug his wife after Bill Gates unknowingly gave his wife an STD he got from the sex slaves him and Jeffrey Epstein were participating with. This is kind of a long one, but that bottom highlighted part mentions how Clarence Thomas, a sitting U.S. Court Supreme Justice, raped a child. Peter Thiel and Jeffrey Epstein both discussing Bitcoin, funnily enough. This came out in the last file leak, but Jeffrey Epstein had been controlling Bitcoin for a long time, since at least 2015. There were also a couple of things that weren't in the files that I wanted to make extremely clear. Jeffrey Epstein caused the 2008 economic crisis with his company Liquid Funding. Edward Morse was the head economist of Lehman Brothers at the time. He is a close associate of Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell's sister Christine sold the FBI the algorithm they used to sort everybody's information after the Patriot Act. This is what caused Edward Snowden to defect. This was in the files, and I just want to say, this makes me so fucking angry. There is a human child in between those 2 fucking chickens. A human infant. The evil that is hidden in the files. And the problem is, every single person in power is implicated in some way or fashion. There are almost no innocence in this equation. There are either people who proactively attack kids or people who sat there and let it happen. And both sides deserve to be dragged into the street and shot!
Jeffrey Epstein's infamous Zorro Ranch may seem like another day in the desert until you notice this big old house here and the town here that reveals a lot more than meets the eye. To give you an idea of how much property we're looking at here, this is a bird's eye of all the property that is owned out here. I am standing by Highway 41. This is right off the road. However, you might not recognize it if you're looking for Zorro Ranch Road. You will find Rancho San Rafael complete with a street name change, and a lot of remodels are being undertaken here. When you go up this road actually leads you to the town that is on this property, which is called Ranch Central. Ranch Central, see the vehicles, they do change frequently. Usually they're red, but they've got some white ones now. This is a bird's eye of what you would find, the little town, if you went through this gate, which has its own infrastructure. There are different types of houses for different experiences. And keep in mind, this place never shut down. It was always being run. There were always people out here, whether it was before the sale or to the sale now. And a reminder about the people who bought it, these records are sealed and nobody knows who that actually is. An interesting new addition since the sale of this place are no trespassing signs that are everywhere. Now, the main house is up the way behind 2 more security gates, but we'll have to drive about 2 miles down the road to even kind of show you that. What you're looking at is the main house, and don't be fooled, it is miles away from the road. Also, to note, there is some digging equipment, and that has not been here when I was here previously. This was the house from a similar angle in November, and it's looking a little different over on this side. If you were a little closer, this is what you would see, and we're kind of over here in the picture. However, no one's seen that because, again, it wasn't investigated, and the only people allowed in by the estate were the realtors who sold it. You got it. Not when the state of New Mexico actually came by. They were told, no, we're not letting you in, and instead of doing anything about it, they just left. That was in 2019. I thought you said nobody nobody ever went out there. They didn't. This was from the Land Commission. This was not from the police or any authority figure, because they wanted to investigate the land leases that were happening out here that are still being given to the new owners. Let's also keep in mind that the LLC that purchased the property out here is brand new and looks to be formed a couple weeks before this was purchased. Not to mention, nobody knows who owns it, and the record of the sale has been sealed, so nobody knows who bought it either. Probably.
That is crazy. Like, I've never heard of that happening. Like, the record of the property being sealed. Like, when somebody typically buys a house, it's bro, that's public information. What's going on here? Who bought it? That's interesting, yo. We got to do some digging. Let me know if y'all found out who it was and how. Drop a video, drop a link, send it to me.
Probably my final, but one of my most important things to remind people about this place. If you were brought here and you wanted to get away, there was nowhere to go. Santa Fe is 30 miles that way, and Stanley, New Mexico is 10 miles that way. That's it for this one, but come back tomorrow and we're going to do an inside the house tour with the realtor video that is no longer up, but we can watch it here. I hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you soon.
Hey, so you guys are on board with me. I'm going to show you everything I know about Epstein Ranch. Now, I'm not saying I've been out there. I've been all over this area. Like a lot of us in Albuquerque, this isn't our playground. This is right outside of our city. I spent years, every single weekend, as you can see here, Albuquerque, red dot. I spent every weekend out in this area working with BLM and mineral sampling. And by the way, the address is 49 Zorro Ranch Road. There's somebody going viral for putting out the wrong address. It's like 53 or some shit. Whatever. This is the only property that's on Zorro Ranch Road. I know this for a fact. Zorro Ranch Road, as you can see, I'm showing you here, it's actually a private road. It ends and begins on this property. Okay, so at the very beginning of Zorro Ranch Road, which I'm going to take you down here to see, here's the stock tank. At the very beginning, off of, I believe, Highway 41, this is the caretaker's house, the person who manages the actual Epstein estate. See, here's Zorro Ranch Road, and actually, there we are, there's the Highway 41. So if you stop anywhere here on Highway 41 or in front of this property, they will call the sheriff's department on you. Now, this little red dot is where we were. Now, I'm not saying I was trespassing. I didn't cross any fences or anything like that. But I did encounter some very strange things out there. I'm not saying they weren't on his property. Okay, but I'm just kind of showing you the areas just in case you guys want to go out there. Hell, you guys want to go out to Area 51 and anyways, there's lots of places where you can observe the ranch. Okay, it's large.
I'm thinking too, like, people did want to storm Area 51 and they was really about it. Do you understand? Like, look, I used to do security of like top secret stuff. What will happen to you if you jump over there trying to get to the stuff? We could shoot you. Real talk, we can blast you. We had all types of guns, but this is the property here. What are you gonna do? Trespass you? Get a couple, you know, as long as you're not breaking into the property, right? I'm just saying, but that's the people ain't got the same energy. You post up and try to bust in this motherfucker to get some aliens, but not that you don't see, like, you don't protect the kids. I don't know, man. We got our priorities messed up, man.
7,700 acres, but it's not that large. Okay. Yeah, I tried to do a Google view, and of course they wouldn't let me.
Not saying we should do that, but I'm just saying where that energy at.
But there are there's a culvert that just appears out of nowhere and leads straight into the side of the mountain. It's small. It had a locking cap on it that just happened to be unlocked. The culvert just happened to be wide enough for an adult to crawl on your hands and knees into this mountain. It stuck about 6 foot out of the ground, and as you crawled into it, it opened up into the mountain, literally to like a cathedral inside there, like a cave. There was another straight down hole that you would have walked right on and you would have disappeared. Shit was like 3 feet in diameter, no warning, no nothing. Folks, if you want to know more, follow.
Well, damn, what another amazing video. We got a lot to think about. we gotta get our priorities together, man, because like I was just saying, man, people wanted to storm Area 51, but not a house. I mean, which one is more dangerous? You feel me? But it's like we got a lot going on that I understand. We've been pulled in so many different directions for so many different years, you know, perpetuating fear, and you know, we're getting to a point where we're inner and understanding that we shouldn't be so reactive to everything and be tricked out of our positions. Just like how for my community, they want us to go out here and march and stuff. No, we've done that, and we voted for together, stuck together. But then they want to tell us that we aren't together. We're moving on one accord, and that's freaking people out. We have more demographics of people that are joining us and understanding what the hell is going on, and they've been wrong too. We've all been wrong. We've all been played. We've all been indoctrinated at some fashion, form, or sense, and we're starting to realize that we're together in this shit. Nobody's above anybody. I don't feel like I'm better than anybody. I feel like I'm being the best version of myself, and that's what we all should do. So when I'm trying to, if like, it's the same thing. I've been like that all my life. And I think that people, it was off-putting to some people, because I'm like one of those people. If I'm gonna do something and my name behind it, I'm going all the way. If I'm doing a job, like when I worked at Domino's Pizza, I prided myself on being like making the best pizzas. I'm not in competition with you. I'm in competition with myself. I'm trying to see how good I can be at doing things. That's just how I've always been. If I'm better than you, if you feel that way, then that's a personal feeling. But you know what I'm saying, I'm taking y'all down that road of like determining what somebody's intentions are, and how to determine if you're getting in your own way by being emotionally unstable in these moments. But once you get to be around a person like me, understand, oh, this nigga is not in competition with me. He's just doing this because that's just the way he is, and he's just trying to see what he can push his limits to. I've always been a person that would push myself to the limit on everything, and it's worked out well for me. I've always tried to do things that other people weren't good at, and I've excelled because this right here, and I've had a good family. I have had amazing family, amazing friends. So what I'm telling y'all is, at the end of this video, as a group, and I love it, I see y'all in the comments, we've been working on ourselves, and we're not gonna stop. We're gonna keep our foot on that gas and our foot up their ass. But look, man, I see y'all in the next video, and like I always say, spread love, because there's too much hate in this world. I love you guys. I see y'all in the next video, and I'm out though. Blah.